Hello everyone, welcome back to Tesla Plays Breath of Fire 3. Okay, before we get started, I'm going to be swapping in Ray real quick to see if there's anything here that's good for him. Because I will be using him again fairly soon, since the game has been kind of mean about requiring Momo for a lot. I haven't really had a choice. Let's see. Oh, you can indeed use this, and it's pretty good for you. Piercing Edge. Brings you out closer to Ryu's power. Yeah, right up there, man. That's pretty awesome, yes. Not gonna lie. Okay, so we're still gonna need Momo for a little bit. And then Ray's gonna be in for some overtime, that's for sure. But first we need to deal with the colony. Oh, this music again. What's that? Maybe if we take a closer look, we could figure it out? Okay, good, I messed with it. More assassins, huh? Okay, I'm actually gonna prioritize instant death at this point, because of where we're gonna be going after this. Oh boy. I am not even looking forward to that. Yeah, this place has seen better days, that's for sure. Toxic Man. Toxic Man defends. Well, they weren't hard, and they do give a lot at least. How do I get over there? Looks like some kind of machine. Maybe it has something to do with the room below? I mean, maybe, but I'm kind of interested in the treasure I see around here. Oh. Also this. It's the voice of the Brutsu and the Chrism. Found the failure gene? That doesn't sound good. Are we sure we want that? Unknown. Codger. Interesting. Found wisdom fruit. We could fall down here through this glass. There's a lot of complicated writing. Maybe Momo would be able to understand it? Yeah. Activating portal drive? Activation key. I'm not really sure. Looks like we need some kind of key. We can't do anything without it, so let's look for that first. Great. So where would that be? Oh, you're trying to poison us. Eh, whatever. Oh. I think the same device that was in the basement of Windia Castle. So you mean with this, we could go anywhere in the world? Found key. Okay, cool. Should have went for that first, I suppose. Oh well, it doesn't matter. Uh-huh. Activation key. There we go. It's working now. Let's see. To activate the portal, align the reflectors to aim the laser to the fuse? Okay. This be where the laser comes out. Then we can use these reflectors, which are like mirrors, to reflect the beam. So it hits that fuse thing there. Got it? It's my guess that this portal drive referred to here is the machine we found that's similar to the one in the castle. But judging by the output, this portal looks like it has a lot larger range than that one. Let's give it a try. The switch to align each reflector is on the stands there. Once we've got them lined up, we flip the switch. Laser fires. Got it? Let's get to work. Okay, first let's go ahead and see... Okay, obviously this one needs to be changed. Oops. I'm trying to hit the switch, people. Okay, so this one is the only one that needs to be changed. Trial and error. There we go. Not too hard, honestly. Yeah. Freaking hell. Well, off we go. Play point A. Due to antenna error, the station is locked in auto-receive mode. So continue to be finishing transfer. Oh, honey. Where are you going now? Honey, wait. Honey, where do you think you're going? Wait a minute. Is it this? Is this where I think it is? What? This is Steel Beach. You know, in Arkin? Just as I thought. The machine guildsmen were surprised to see me. They wanted to know how we got in. Doesn't this just beat all? After all that trouble to get across the outer sea, we end up right back where we started. We'll never find God at this rate. Yes, it looks like we're back to square one. What should we do now? Amazing! With that portal machine, we traveled all the way back, here in the blink of an eye. You mean the world's not as big as we think it is? That's it. Portals are relics. From ancient times, from God's time. Think about it. The world must be pretty small to God. God. Or the people who made the machines, rather. Must have used these portals to travel around the world. In other words, just think that God and the machines are connected somehow? Well... I don't know for sure, but... Perhaps the machines are a gift from God. Yeah, that's it. You took the words right out of my mouth. So maybe by using the portals, we could travel right to wherever God is. First, let's check out the portal. Where we just arrived, come on. Sweet party members. Okay, I'm pretty sure we need Momo for this too. However, this area specifically is one I am going to hate. For a few different reasons, honestly. Go and rest up before we do this. We worked so hard to get there, then we're back in a flash. It's amazing, but it also makes me feel pretty silly. Instantaneous movement between 2 points, no matter how far apart they are. Certainly sounds like something a god would be capable of, doesn't it? Somehow get the feeling, no matter how hard I study, I'll never be able to figure out how the portals work. There are so many things in the world we don't understand. I don't like that. Alright, let's get this started. Like I said, you want to be immune to instant death in here. That much I already knew. And we get some new enemies in here. Oh, and you're starting to use, like, group magic on me. A little bit. Wait, what was that? At least the experience is starting to get a bit better in normal areas. Thank God for that. Okay, so how do I get over to that? Yeah, I want to go the other way, I think. Damn it. I'll use Tornado. Level up. Where you gets HP 8, AP 4, Power 6, Defense 3, Agility 1, Intelligence 4. Yeah, that's a good point. I forgot to check some. Yeah, that Tornado is a very nasty move. It could take characters' HP to 1. Yeah, we want to leave real quick. We need to go back over here and check on our progress. You've really been practicing, haven't you? Okay, Ryu, it's time to show you the secret form of our gang. Learn Chain Form. A new formation! Get it? Well, we've learned something really awesome. All speeds, point member speed raised. All speeds, point member speed. So, yeah. Basically what this means is your fastest character will basically become the speed of the whole team. Which is awesome. I'm just saying. It's the best thing in the game to have in a game like this. Because it makes it not only easy to outspeed enemies, but also easy to get X turns. Since only one character needs a lot of speed. Now, as for the person I want in Ryu right now... He has enough HP, I know that much. So, I'd prefer him to have more AP right now. Because he has enough HP to survive pretty much everything in the game now, especially with Dragon Forms. So AP is really going to be all that matters at this point. Okay, so I'm going to use a warp to get to this guy. There's also could be another specific reason I'm doing this, but we'll explain about that later. Yeah. Alright. So, back to Steel Beach with us. Let's go and rest up. Now, a lot of people love to do a mage build for Reap, because they said him having a lot of strength feels secondary to having lots of AP he could spam dragon forms with. Thing is, I don't like using dragons in normal encounters, because you have to spend a turn to charge one up. Sure, you can do it, but it feels very annoying, since you basically have to give the enemy a free turn to do it. Now, one thing I haven't talked about is the chain formation does lower your defense. By half, if I recall. Which sounds kind of steep, but when you're constantly getting X turns, it's worth the sacrifice. Oh, I don't like that they got the first hit. Who has... Okay, you do. Okay, I want to get rid of the Insector, like, right away here. And you could just defend. Or do this. It makes it easier for me to set up. How long is it gonna take for me to steal this? There we go. Oh shit. I forgot I was using super combo. That could be enough. Yes, good, okay. Okay. Oh, that one didn't take as long. Oh, you can use focus? Level up. Nina gets 2 HP, AP 12, 1 defense, 1 agility, 9 intelligence. Oh boy. Level up. Momo gets 1 HP, AP 7, Power 4, Agility 2, Intelligence 8. Alright. Oh, and there's nothing up here. Well, never mind. Magic Shuffle uses a random spell in the game. And it doesn't look like magic works very well on those. Alright. So, here's an interesting puzzle. Each of 4 switches can be pulled once. More than one jack can be linked to a single switch. Suspend to initially assault jack positions. Yeah, this one's kind of obnoxious to try to pull off. Spell diagram. East, west, down, north, whatever. I'm not going to really bother stealing from every Reaper I come across, but this is a very good way to get the, magic shards. Maybe I should go after the Insector instead, since he can bring my HP down to 1 sometimes. And that is actually kind of bad. Alright, what's down here? Oh, here's where that chest is. Hourglass again, cool. Full diagram. West, south, north, up. Alright. Oh, and there's also this door. Dragonfly. Uh-huh. I see. So if I want Nina to get up before Ryu, then I want to put her closer up here. Okay. Alright. So, how to do this? Yeah, how do you do this? Okay. Okay, so it wasn't this door I went in. Was it this one? Well, I found a lacquer staff. Not particularly great. But that's the only reason to come over here? You can go over this way, but it doesn't lead anywhere. Alright. I have no idea. I have to use a guide for this. Like I said, I hate this area. Okay. Oh, never mind. Reset. That's for a chest, which I already got. Okay. Get the blue. Light green. Okay, is this it? Yeah, okay, good. Oh, thank God for that. That's one annoying part done. Okay, this is progress, so what's this other way? Nothing, okay. Problem room number 2. Locked. There's a switch over there that we need to open up the door. The problem is that we can't exactly fly or anything, even though Nina should be able to. No, we gotta use these platforms. Sounds simple enough, but there's a catch. They're one-way platforms. Yeah. So, how do you do this? You gotta cross them in just the right way. And this can be very obnoxious very quickly. Yeah, I'm already kind of screwing this up. Yeah, that was not the right way to do it. I think I'm doing it all over again, it seems. Yep. Man, this is a pain to figure out. I don't know how people ever figured this room out without a guide, let me tell ya. Unless they were just doing trial and error for what seems like an eternity. Okay, I got lucky, I guess. Alright. Freaking evil platform room done. Yeah, there's nothing in here. Okay. Walker shield. Which I guess I could equip now that his speed doesn't matter. Resist frost. That might be useful, actually. Found skill rank. Over here we get Barbarossa. And at this point, that is not a good sword. Oh, you dropped a wisdom seed. How nice of you. Alright, what's over here? Oh, another doorway. What? Okay. Okay. Reads, aligning the portal antenna. Do you want to keep reading? Change the facing of the antenna with a directional button. Look for the angle with the least amount of noise. Find it, press the X button to end alignment. Do you want to align the antenna? Nothing happened. Oh! That happened. Antenna alignment complete. Driver interactive mode engaged. Cool. But now we need to walk all the way back. This game really could have used an exit spell of sorts to get out of dungeons. I'm just saying. Because some areas are pretty long. At least I can skip the puzzles this time. Oy. Wisdom fruit? Cool. Almost out. And we're all about to level up again. Wow. Yes, we'll get that. Level up. Momo gains AP 8, Power 5, 1 Agility, 11 Intelligence. Haha, that's not gonna work, buddy. We're immune. Level up. Nina gets HP 5, AP 4, Agility 2, Intelligence 8. What the fuck? How did you die? What the fuck? I did not really see him even being close to being low on HP. How did that happen? That is definitely something that I almost never run into in this game. Now if I know it's coming. What the fuck? Okay, now I need an N. That's so irritating that that happened. Oh, and of course, they're not gonna really have an easy-to-access one here. Okay, here we go. Yeah, camping is not an answer for max HP loss from dying. And of all people to die, it was Ryu. What is going on? Yeah, instant death couldn't have done it, so what did? Oh, Tornado did it, wasn't it? Someone probably attacked him right after? Well, I'm trying to save. There we go. Oh, you can get Robo Blend from them. That's interesting. Level up. Ryu gets HP 6, AP 9, Power 1, Defense 1, Intelligence 8. Alright, now that this is working again, we can go back to the colony. A place called Dragoneer, Container Yard, and Relay Point B. Huh, Container Yard. What's that place all about? Ooh, another gene. The Radiance gene. Grants radiant property, basically light element. And with that, we're only missing one, and we'll have all of them. So there are enemies in here, but we're not going to worry about that right now. You can go to Relay Point B from here, and if you do, you were back at the castle area. So yeah, we can actually connect to a lot of new areas, which is interesting. Specifically, though, we're coming here for now. Yeah, we've long since stopped needing that to be a thing. As well as this. Um... Yeah, magic balls don't really need it either. So you can keep the rest for the moment. Huh. Lava Burst isn't really that great either. I'm never gonna use Barrier, it seems. And we don't really need that. Yeah, that'll do for now. Because now we need to pay a visit to... Deus. Let's go and go what we can get. Well, what are you doing here? Did you miss me that much? You've been making progress. Suppose I should give you some kind of reward. Very well, I give you this. Momo learned the spell Inferno. Ooh, neat. So, yeah. Powerful fire attack against all enemies, which means I can get rid of all the fire at this point. Cool. Nah, that's all we can get for now. Yeah, we can do the next plot area, since it's not going to take very long. We need to go back to Relay Point A. Dragoneer. Alright. Huh. Dragon icons over the walls. Hey you, did you just leave that building? What's this? Everyone, you must celebrate! Please, be at ease. I am Grail, the patriarch of this village. All of us here are the same as you. We are all Brood, Master Ryu. Oof. Well, this is gonna be quite the shock. We're not the only one left after all. Do not be alarmed, Guardian. We gave up our powers and fled here during the Great War. So as to not be found by us Guardians? Exactly. All in preparation for this moment. This moment? What do you mean? You will know soon enough. But for now, please rest and be at ease, O Dragon Prince and noble companions. Please eat this. This meat will restore the strength sapped by the desert's heat. Desert? What? We have been awaiting your coming, Ryu, Prince of Dragons. It has been foretold for many generations. After our defeat by our enemies, they tried to wipe us from the face of the earth. To survive, our people either had to give up their power like we have here, or bury themselves deep, deep underground. Our brethren who hid underground. Many of them entered a deep sleep after conceiving a child. They slept to await the time when one day the brood might walk the earth again. And now that day has arrived. The prince is soon to awaken. Ryu, you have come here. To the forgone city of the brood, Dragoneer. Call it Dusty, if you will. We can tell you where to find what is you are seeking. Where to find your foe, the goddess Maria. Ryu, you must awaken to your true power. And then, you must face the goddess. Ryu, are you awake? Ryu. You fell asleep after the banquet. If you're looking for your companions, they're all outside. Found skill link. Well, you're certainly being kind about handing that out. Luke is awake. The brood are pretty amazing. Who would have thought they were still alive, living in a forsaken place like this? I wonder how Garfield's right about now. I mean, being in a city, surrounded by people who used to be his enemies. He's over there, looking depressed. Let's go try to cheer him up. Look, Ryu, isn't it cute? It's called a Rakta. Trying to save Gar for last here. I wonder if Momo went. There you are. Prince of Dragons. They must have been waiting for you to come and restore the brood to their former power. Sure are patient, aren't they? Looks like we can use these beds to rest. But no, it's not the time for that. Okay, now we can talk to him. Even if they have forgotten the war, I am still the sworn enemy of every person in this village. All the people here. They're suspicious of the fact that you, Ryu, have brought me here with you. I've come with you on this trip because I've lost my faith. I've come to doubt my own actions of so long ago. But I know that is not a good enough reason for the men and women of this village to trust me. The war has not ended in the hearts and minds of these people. Well, maybe so, Gar. But what are you getting all gloomy about? Okay, so maybe the people here want Ryu to take his power. Go teach your god a thing or two. And maybe it's not so realistic to think we can drop in on God and ask about the truth. But still, you're the one who told us to tag along if we wanted answers to our questions. You know what? You just plain think too much, you know? Anyway, doesn't matter what the villagers here think. What's important is what Ryu thinks. Am I wrong? Ryu. The Elder wishes to meet with you. He is the eldest of us all. Of all the brood, only he remembers the Great War. Go to the well in the village center. The Elder awaits you inside underground. Okay, but they will probably let us out of town, right? Okay, good. So, because I know what's coming up here, I'm gonna be putting Gar on my team, and Momo, I think. However, I will be making a spare save state. Because I think you get unique dialogue depending on who you take in here. Now, this Marl here is the one you always see when you boot up the game. So it's very interesting, and it's basically foretelling the final battle of Breathfire 1. Which has led a lot of people to come to the conclusion that this shares continuity with the other games. Although, as we've seen, that seems very unlikely. A lot of the plot to this one kind of clashes with the events of those games. There's just too much that doesn't make sense, honestly. So it feels just more like a cameo thing they threw in there, rather than proof that they're all connected. Found ivory dice. Ooh, jeez. You've come. You've seen better days. Welcome, Ryu. I'm the Elder Jono. Don't let my looks fool you. I'm a nice guy. Why would we think you're not? That just makes me suspicious now. Come here, my son. Son, did you see the Moros you came in? That is the history of our people's struggle. This history stretches back into distant past, before even the Great War. It is the history of a struggle against a great recurring evil. I hate auto-scrolling. That's why I made a spare one. With each age, a warrior appears among the brood. His allies carries on the struggle. against the evil that proves immortal. Sometimes it's a devil. The evil is named Maria. Maria. The god of the Urkins. The god you are seeking. Of course. Seems the Urkins never refer to their god, or their enemy the Brood, by name. Speaking of the Urkins, I want to talk to your friend, the Guardian. Bring him here. Guardian. I have to hand it to you, Urkins, and to Maria. When you decided to get rid of the Brood, you didn't hold back at all, did you? But you must realize one truth. As long as you refuse to speak your god's name, or the name of your enemy, no one will ever know what became of us, or why. Oh, Honorable Elder One, do you hate us? Hate? There may be some among us who do. But I do not, Guardian. One cannot allow himself to be blinded by hatred, or spill blood for a petty reason. What happened between the Urkin and the Brood was fate. Fate, Honorable Elder One? What do you mean, Honorable Elder One? Please tell me. Stop calling me Elder One. You're every bit as old as I am. Oh, good point. He has lived for about 500 years. He's also much older than he appears. I've had enough of talking to you. From now on, the only thing I want to see is a pretty girl. Understand? I made up my mind. I'm only going to talk to the women. Of course, you were doing this classic, Japanese archetype of the pervy old man. Oy. So, is Momo gonna be pretty enough for you, or do I have to bring Nina? No, 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 no. I said pretty girls. I want the young, plump ones. Really? Gotta throw that in there. Well, excuse me, Elder. What an old crank. What do you mean I'm not good enough? Okay, she says the same thing. Yeah, I gotta really call bullshit on that, because if you look at strictly the official art, without her, like, scientist robes on, she actually looks pretty attractive. So his standards are way too high. Whatever. Alright. So, I guess we don't have unique dialogue with Momo after all, because he's just too damn picky. Go figure. What happens if I try to put Ray up there? Oh, nope. Want to look at your ugly faces. Where are the women? Okay, nothing then. I mean, we don't really have any women in the team, so it was either Momo or her. Alright. That's better. Now listen up, little lady. I'm going to tell you about the fate of the Brood and the Gosperia. I'm listening, Grandpa. That's more like it. Good girl. Now listen close. The Brood and Maria have always fought. Down through the ages and across the world. Is it because she was trying to destroy the world and the Brood were trying to protect it? It's not exactly that simple, child. Think about it. That would mean the world wouldn't be here after we lost the Great War, now would it? Besides, the real danger to the world might be us Brood. Here we go. Our power is such that we could destroy the world, and the goddess Maria feared that strength, and decided to destroy us. But, so, does that mean Ryu is an evil dragon? No, child. Don't get ahead of yourself. We lost the war because we didn't use our power. If we had fought back with all our power, we might have indeed destroyed the world. So, you mean the Brood were concerned with the fate of the world? They're not evil. Well, that's not exactly right either. I want to tell you something important. So I want you to come up next to me here. Will you do that? Like this. That's it. Now kneel down. And give me a kiss. Oh my god, really? What's it with this series and putting women in just, like, really awkward situations? This is what, 3 games in a row they've done that? What? Ryu, what should I do? Do whatever you want. Right, okay. What do you ask me? Well, I don't know. Also, was it with the men in the Breathfire games that are clueless when it comes to romance? Ho 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 ho. Well, I got my kiss, so now I've no regrets. Regrets? What? It's time for me to do what I must. Ryu, come here. Yeah, if it's not obvious, there's gonna be something to this. And... you definitely want this equipped. As a matter of fact, you want 2 things equipped here. These things aren't really gonna matter much, so... let's see. There was something else to equip on you, though. What was it? Oh yeah, this, just in case. Ryu, you may have guessed this, but I must now face my end. and you your fate. Are you ready for what comes next? The Brood. We have waited. Waited to bequeath the true power of the Brood to the one we knew would one day come. That's why we gave up our power and came to this lonely, barren place. To hide that power from the prying eyes of the goddess. To fool Maria into thinking she had succeeded in eradicating the Brood. I don't know if our ruse worked, but we have guarded the essence of the Brood all these years. Here in me. I'm ready now to give you that power. Ryu, blood by blood. You must take the power from me. But... what? In order to guard against discovery by the goddess, we place special magic wards around this room. In other words, here you'll be unable to use your Brood powers. I will use the true power of the Brood. But you, Ryu, you must depend only on yourself to defeat me. And how does that work exactly? So I'm unable to use my power, but yours works just fine? Yeah, I'm not really understanding how this works then. You'd think it'd be one or the other, but... nope. We are going full-in classic Ryu on this one. Yep. Oh shit. They screwed me. Yeah, I don't think so, buddy. Yeah, we're not, like, doing this without that formation. Oh, wait. Are you in front? You are not. That's kind of a problem. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I thought that looked weird. Alright, third time's the charm. Alright. Now we have what we need. Okay, so... just to make sure that I remember to equip my stuff. Yep, okay, I did. Alright. So this guy is really all about the magic, but his attack is somewhat powerful. So I'm actually going to use shield on the first turn here. And you have influence, right? Yeah, okay. Alright. For the next 3 turns, he's gonna be dependable. Double blow. Holy shit, that's a lot more power than I was expecting. Wow. Okay. I can deal with this. Where is multivitamin? There we go. At least you can't two-shot me. Okay, yeah. Definitely put up another shield, I guess. Man, I was not expecting that kind of damage output. That was shield up. Okay. Okay. Okay, you're hitting him with that. Okay. So yeah, you're definitely doing a lot of damage with the single target stuff. Okay. By the way, if you're curious, whales fully recover all HP and status to everyone. So it's basically like a Moon Tears. Very nice stuff, indeed. Alright, so... Need to cast Influence again. Okay. Oh, free turn, okay. Well, that's nice. Alright. Okay. Okay, cool. Oh yeah, we're doing a lot of damage to him. Inferno. Alright. Okay, that didn't do much. I'm surprised he's faster than me. Okay, where's the spearfish? This guy's not gonna last much longer. Damn it. Feeling pretty good for a moment there, but... 8-hit combo, wow. Head back again. Ooh, that was kinda close. Seriously, what's with the freaking high damage output with your attack? Honestly, the magic by comparison is much weaker. Okay, so... Inferno again. Okay, that's not very damaging. There we go. Yeah, I thought it was almost over. The defense formation probably would have been better for that fight. Because aside from his physical attacks, everything else was weak. Very good, Ryu. You have proven yourself to me. Very well, Ryu. I will bequeath to you the true power of the Brood. Come here. I give unto you the very essence of the Brood, the power that could shake the very foundations of the world, the power of infinity. And unlike the version from Breath of Fire 2, this one actually is, you know, a dragon power. With this power, the world is in your hands. Listen to me, Ryu. This is the power which the goddess rightly fears. If it is in your hands now, yours and your friends. Always, the warrior of the Brood has fought with his allies, his friends, and together they have defeated the goddess. But you needn't follow that path, if you so choose. The power is yours, Ryu. Do with it what you will. Farewell, Ryu, blood of my blood. A mighty power flows into Ryu, awakening his land power. The Infinity Chain. And with that, we have all the genes. Every single one of them. It looks like you have discovered the power of infinity. Very well then. I will tell you where you can find the goddess. You must leave here and travel far to the north, to the Desert of Death. Oh, that sounds pleasant. Horus there will tell you more. So before we leave, should talk to that man Horus, right? That's right. Horus will guide you. We have all waited for this day, for the day our savior would come and avenge us. Good luck, Ryu. We have placed our trust in you. So much for the choice being up to us, huh? You're ready to leave, then? I'll go with you as far as the desert. Really? That's the case, then? Take this Rakta with you. So, yeah, we need to talk about this gene we just got. Oh boy. Use with caution. Because, yeah, he wasn't kidding when he said it was powerful. It even takes a lot of AP to sustain it. Yeah, 720 HP. That's awesome. He basically turned into a golden hair version of himself, is what he does. However, you can't control him. And while you didn't see it there, this can be a huge-ass problem. And none of these monsters are good for this, actually. I don't really like these guys either. Is there gonna be anything I can use for this? Yeah, this might work. Okay. So, let's try this again. Yeah! When I said you can't control him, I meant it. The power is unstable if you use it this way. And as a result, probably not worth using, because I don't even think Influence can help preserve it. Level up. Ray gets 2 HP, 3 AP, 1 power, 5 agility, 2 intelligence. So, yeah, how do you do something about Kaiser, then? The ultimate dragon form. Well, there's 2 different ways you can use that efficiently, and I didn't mean to go back in there. I have the initiative. Okay, that helps. So, one solution is to use Infinity and, of all things, the Failure Gene. If you do this, you can indeed control Ryu. You can use Kaiser Breath, a skill called Bone Break, Howling, and only Kaiser can actually use player skills and stuff. Which is neat, but unfortunately, your stats in this form are pretty pathetic. I will show off Kaiser Breath, though. Pretty good. But man, those bad stats when you turn into what's called Failure Kaiser. Yeah, not exactly great. I will say that much. Definitely not. Thankfully, there is a better option. A pricey option. I believe you have to use Infinity, Radiance, and Trance. I do believe. Yes, it is. Okay. Radiance and Trance. So every 5 hours, you get to use this powerful physical attack. With Kaiser, it is especially strong. Yeah, that's kind of good. Yeah. Sadly, you can only use it once every 5 hours, so it's not like you can, like, exploit it. But it is a very good move. Like, super good move. Alright, so... True Kaiser, which is what you use if you use it with Radiance and Trance, is the best dragon form in the game by a long shot. You gain all the benefits of the normal Kaiser while being able to control him, too. Very nice stuff. So, with a lot more HP, let's see how much this is doing now. Yeah, I'd say that's pretty good. So yeah, it takes a lot of AP to sustain that, but it's worth it, man. Are you kidding me? It's so freaking good. So, yeah, Ryu is definitely stacked at this point, even at a somewhat low level. Because I haven't talked about this yet, but... yeah... This is technically considered low level for the game. But this game has one major problem. It takes forever to level up. As you haven't noticed, up until very recently, we haven't had enemies that are really good for leveling up. There's a place called the Factory, but like... we haven't had enemies that have been given good experience compared to the Vulcan for a long time. Oh, Hobgoblin. Cool. Nah, the attack's probably better. Although, this enemy is hilarious, and I'll better show you why. Attack that thing. No! Like, he is such a rebel that just the audacity that the boss goblin told him to attack something, he's like, yeah, fuck you. Like, I'm not gonna listen to you. I'm anti-authority, bitch. But it does give you a free turn to attack him, which is nice. Well, maybe. Okay, never mind. But I killed him anyway. I didn't think it would be faster than the boss goblin. But yeah, we're still not getting quite as much experience as the Vulcan. And yeah, we're about to get to the end of the game here. Oh, damn. That thing hits kind of hard. Yeah, that's a bit of a problem. But yeah. This is pretty much the end of the game here, and the experience is sickeningly pathetic. Like, 200? Are you kidding me? Do you know how much we need at this point? Come on. And it takes plenty of levels to really gain stats. So, yeah. Is it no wonder why people tend to abuse the Fairy Village for stats instead? I don't blame them. Like, seriously, it's faster to get stats that way than the sheer amount of time it'd probably take to get level ups at this point. And this could keep getting worse from here, people. You can go up to level 99, but good luck trying to pull that off. Until you get to the final dungeon, you don't get much experience. Not for this point of the game. It's so freaking stupid. So much so that there have been people attempted to mod the game to try to fix this game's problems. Unfortunately, a lot of them are hard mods, where they have enhanced the difficulty, which I do not agree with. Difficulty-wise, I think the game would be fine enough. Maybe make the bosses a little harder, but the regular enemies seem to be fine most of the time. Move. The desert continues endlessly to the north. No matter how far you go, you won't see any signs of life. The broods say that the goddess Maria lives beyond the desert. Oh boy. Don't know who's right, or what evil is. All I know is, I believe in you, Ryu. So the brood and God have always been fighting. Is it destiny? The fact that there's a portal here means that this village has been here since the Techno Age. So the brood must have come here around the time of the wars. There may have been some brood who hated the Urkins and came seeking revenge. Well, this is all for now. Well, hold on. There's one thing I almost forgot about. You can examine this now. Aiden? Who awakens me from my rest? You're Ryu. So the time has finally come. I am the ancient dragon god, Layden. Yeah, this is the same person you would talk to in Breathfires 1 and 2 to save your game. I know what it is you must do. Do you seek my assistance? Very well, then. I see that you have awoken the power that lies within you. You are ready to receive what I can give you. Then I present for you with a portion of my power. Very well for now. Okay, so here's the gist with Layden here. He's the final master in the game. And oh, brother. This guy is something else, let me tell you. Apprentice under him at your own risk. Well, your core stats are increased. That's cool. HP and AP are not. Yeah, unless you get more than 6 HP or AP from a level up, you're not getting any. That is really punishing. That's a good thing Ryu already has so much HP, and his AP is pretty decent enough for the moment. At this point, I'm going to be giving him magic shards to try to compensate for that, because he sure isn't getting AP otherwise. Besides, who else needs it? Ray doesn't really use AP, and Momo and Nina get enough AP just from level ups. They don't need the magic shards. So, yeah. How many of those do I have? I know where to steal them, at least. I can use a couple. I need to steal more of those. And because Chain Form really lowers our defense a bit, I'm gonna need to go overtime trying to give Nina some more defense. Because, yeah, she's gonna be in my party all the time, and I want to make sure that enemies cannot freaking murder her ass. Still. This will be the last thing I do for this session, though. I'm going to be off-screening, getting some more whales and spearfish, and then we'll be preparing for actually getting more, plot stuff done next time, although it's definitely, so what was I gonna say? Although it is definitely gonna be interesting. That I'm not gonna have much plot left to really show off. So a lot of it is going to be side content, and since I tend to keep a majority of that off-screen, I'm going to be doing a lot of that. And I'm not sure how I'm going to handle the level ups, because there's going to be a lot of that in the future, let me just say, but I usually try to keep my main team levels on screen so you can see what they are. But I see no way of doing that unless I cheat like hell to do so. I have some ideas on how I'm going to handle that, but it's still going to be a pain, and I might have a whole session dedicated just for that, if it comes down to it. But we'll be doing that another time, certainly. But yeah, for now I'm going to be stopping, and we're going to be waiting till next time to do any more of that. Thank you guys for watching. I will talk to you later. See ya.